What's up, YouTube? This is actually going to be my first YouTube video today, and have a look at this. It doesn't get any better than that. So I just got off work, went home, picked up everybody, got my stuff, and we drove out here an hour to this lake. And so we're gonna try to catch some fish. We've had warm days for the last couple days, and so we're gonna give it a shot. We've been out a couple times but haven't really had much luck, so hopefully it changes today. We're gonna start out here on this side, and if we don't get too much, there's a dam right there, and we are going to walk around and go over to that dam. So I got to get tied up real quick, but after I get tied on, we will we'll see if we can catch something. So here's what we're going to be fishing with today. Let's get my bag here, and I think we are going to throw a Strike King, just a, oh, what are these things called? I don't hardly ever use them, but they're good for fishing slow. A Cinco, that's what it is. It's a Cinco, and it's a watermelon red. So we're gonna give that a shot today. I gotta get all my other stuff out. Need a hook and got some pegs. Got hooks. All right, let's get this tied on. First thing that goes on is your peg. Just pull one out, slide your line through, then pull, and as soon as you pull it, there you go. And now it's on your line, and it keeps your sinker from sliding away from you or away from your bait. Speaking of sinkers, I gotta find mine. Nope, not gonna be in there. Yep, they're in here. Alright, there we go. These are the sinkers that I'm using. They're a little big, but that's all they have. Alright, so we get the sinker put on. And I'm using a 1-aught. That may not be correct. It says 1-aught, but it may be 2. I usually use 2-aught for Texas rigging like this. But I may have just messed up my other pack and transplanted the other ones into this pack. So we'll get this hook tied on. And I don't know what my knot is called, but I use it every time. Doesn't matter what I'm fishing for, this is the knot I'm going to be using. Make a loop, and you come around 5 times. Five or 6 times. And you have to get it wet. That's the key to making it work. If you don't get it wet, it will not work. It'll get bound up, and then you'll break your line. So always make sure you wet your line before you cinch it tight. Alright, and then there's your knot. It looks pretty good. It's pretty tight. And I stuck that hook in my finger. That's always nice. Bite that tag end off. We'll get one of these Cincos on. Put that back in my bag. Alright, and then for this, you just, actually, they're a little long. I'm gonna bite about 1 inch of that off. You just come through the tip here, out the side, spin it around, and then back through the body. And then you just bury that inside the bait so that it doesn't get hung up on weeds or sticks or whatever you might have out there that you can't see. And, all right, so we'll catch up with you when we get to the lake or to the water. All right, let's give it a cast. We've been fishing up here for about 2 years now. We found this lake. It's in the middle of nowhere in the state we live in, but yeah, we really like it. We catch fish almost every time we come here. Let's see. Cast up there a little ways. I believe this water is still kind of cold, so we're probably gonna have to fish really slow. But oh, hung up on a rock. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I can't tell. Well, when you can't tell, just send it, I guess. Nope, it was a rock. But yeah, there's not a lot of big fish in here, but there are a lot of fish, and we catch fish almost every time we come up here. This is also the one lake we've come to where you can catch catfish on spinners. I've never seen that anywhere before, and we stumbled upon that by accident one day up here last summer. That was pretty cool. Show them what you just caught. Caught us a catfish wire.
A little bent, but
it's a little bent, but it'll still work. So yeah, we've been fishing for about 30 minutes, and that's about all we've caught. So I think I'm gonna change up lures, and I'm gonna switch over to a jerk bait. I think what I got tied on is a Guggen Scout. So we're gonna throw that around and see what it does. All right, so we just went over and grabbed our other rod. It's got this right here on it. It's I think it's called a Guggen Scout. I got it in a mystery tackle box. So we're gonna throw this around for a little bit and see if anybody's interested. Getting hung up on that stick. The only problem with this is it's really shallow right in front of me. It gets a little deeper when you go out, but this is probably going to be dragging the ground. Yep, there it goes. It came out of the water. But yeah, we'll give it another shot, and hopefully these fish are getting ready to feed, or hopefully the water's warm enough that they're actually actively feeding at this point. But like I said, we've only had a couple of days of warm weather. May need a little bit longer for the for that water to get up to temp where the fish are really active. I can feel it bouncing off of rocks. Well, oh, looks like I caught some grass there. Yep. All right, well, we'll check back in if we catch a fish. All right, well, that's not really working, so we're back at the box. We're gonna try something a little different. I'm thinking about putting on some kind of a spinner. I don't think they'll hit top water right now, but yeah, I think some kind of a little spinner will work. They generally do. Now, interesting fact about this lake. This is one of the few small lakes. This lake's only 40 acres, and it has shad in it. They put shad in it in either 2006 or 2008. They completely drained this lake just to see how the fish were in it, and the fish weren't doing so hot, so they put shad in here so they'd have a better food source. So white lures like this guy right here, this is like one of the best lures you can throw around here. Plus you can run it pretty slow and this blade will still put off enough vibration to get their attention. So we're going to tie this on and we're going to give it a shot. All right, well, we got our little white spinner tied on, so we're going to adjust this tension just a little bit because it's a lot lighter than what I've been throwing. Check it. That's too much. Come on. There you go. Right there. All right, we're going to throw this around. Our sun has been covered up, so we're not going to get too much flash out of the blade, but we're hoping maybe just the vibration will be enough. And see, you can run this thing really slow, especially with this wind blowing. The water's moving pretty good. You can run it really slow and that little blade's just sitting there doing this. And sometimes that little bit of vibration is all you need. As far as spinners go, white has been the only one that's ever really worked here. They don't like bluegill colored or black and blue. They don't like none of them, just the white. It's got to be solid white. They don't even like the white in another color. So we're going to keep giving it a shot, and I'll cut you back on if we hook up on something. Oh, see, them rocks keep getting me. So we're we're making our way over to the dam here, and this little spot right here, this little cove, we were just standing on the other side of it over there, right here, and this little cove is really shallow. It's only, I think it's like 3 foot deep at the deepest part, and once you get on out past this point right here, it starts to drop off and get a little deeper. But yeah, this shallow area right here, not really good for bass. We don't catch a whole lot of them in there, but it's really good for bluegill. When we come up here and try to catch bluegill to eat, this is the spot where we go. So right up here around this corner is the dam, and it's really deep. It's like 25 foot deep, 6 foot off the bank. So we're gonna get up on the dam here and see what we can get. I still got the Senko tied on, and I still got the white spinner tied on. So hopefully we'll have some luck. All right, so we're right here. We found us a spot, and Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to parallel this bank. There's some structure right out, trees and stuff. This whole dam is lined with like a rock wall, and the fish really like to sit up on it. And this dam is usually where we hook up into the catfish on the spinners, just like that one. So we're going to give it a shot real quick and see what we can get. Yeah, and while I'm thinking about it, since I'm this close, I'm gonna kneel down. Almost fell in the water. That would have been hilarious. This water's still a little cold, but we're in more mountainous area than where we're used to fishing. We're actually like an hour from home right now, but this is one of our favorite lakes, so. I think the closest lake to our house is, I think, 36 minutes. So whenever we go fishing, it's always a good distance, but that's all right because it's my favorite thing to do. So we're gonna have a lot of fishing videos for y'all. We're gonna have, turkey season just started this past weekend, so we're gonna have some hunting videos, and morels are popping out of the ground right now, or they will be soon as this weather gets a little bit better. But we're gonna be looking for some of those. We got some shed hunting to do. We've got about an 80-acre farm, and we haven't been out the first time to look for sheds on it yet. So I'm gonna throw this spinner a few more times, and I'm gonna switch over to that Senko and drag it along. I'm gonna throw this way a little bit. I haven't walked past this. Might have spooked the fish off with the vibration of my footsteps, but yeah, we're gonna fish this dam until it probably gets dark, and I'll pick you back up if we hook up on anything. All right, I think we got our first hit. Yep, we definitely got our first hit. Oh, hang on, he might still be there. Oh, nope, not there. And I hooked myself in the leg. That's awesome. Yeah, that was definitely a hit. That was the first hit we've gotten since we've been here. I've switched back over to the Senko ever since I went looking for that deer that I spooked off as I was walking up. But we're gonna give it a shot and see if we can get this fish to connect again. Maybe this time I can do a little bit better on my hook set. I had too much slack in my line because I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy trying to film it instead of actually catching the fish. So, oh, there we go. Got hung up in a rock there for a second, but we probably spooked him. Yeah, we went fishing last weekend, and I actually caught the first bass of the year. It was only a little 2-pounder, but it was at a different lake. So this is actually the first time we've fished here this year. And most of the time, if we're fishing, we're here, and most of the time we have our boat, but we just haven't pulled it out yet. Gotta get it ready. We're gonna get it ready this week and hopefully be on it by next weekend. So get ready for some boat videos for sure, because I like bank fishing as much as the next guy, but this bank fishing is getting kind of rough on the legs. I'm getting too old for it. That's why I bought a boat. Uh-oh, we got a hit. He knocked it, but he ain't committed to it yet. He knocked it really hard. I can't believe he's not still on it. I'm just gonna let it set for a second. Just try to bounce it a little bit. Maybe get a reaction bite out of him. I'm pretty sure that's all that was a reaction bite. But anyway, I'll cut you back on if we catch another one, or if we get another hit. All right, guys, so we've been fishing with this Senko for about 10 minutes since that last hit. And I think I'm gonna change the color up as soon as I get done with this cast. I'm switching to a different Senko, just a different Senko, but just a different color. I've got one that has like green, like bass green on the top, and then it's got a nice pearl white belly. And it usually does pretty good up here. So we're gonna give it a shot. We got Shelby and Tinker right down there. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah, they're standing down there. They walked on past me. And but yeah, we're gonna go up here, find this pack of Senkos, and switch colors real quick. Oh, there they are, right on top. They're made by Yum. I know people talk a lot of crap about Yum because they're cheap, but guess what? They catch fish. That's all that matters. And if these don't work, I think I got a pack already open somewhere. Yep, I do, right here. Yep, I got an open pack, so we're gonna put one of these on, and if I can get my hands to work. And they're a little bit smaller. This one right here was a 6-inch until I bit about 1 inch of it off, and these are 4-inch, so they're a little bit shorter. But I like the smaller lures better because you can catch small fish and you can catch big fish. I'm not after trophies exclusively. I'm just here to catch fish. I don't care what size they are. If I'd gotten here a little earlier and we hadn't caught any bass by now, I'd be probably ripping on some bluegills right now, because at least when I catch bluegills, I get to eat them if they're big enough. I don't eat largemouth. I only eat bluegill, crappie, and catfish. So as far as freshwater is concerned, now I eat just about anything out of the ocean. So we're gonna try this new color right here, and we'll give it a shot, and hopefully we'll have some luck. I'm gonna throw it right back to that same spot where I got that hit before, and just drag it through there really slow. I reached down a little while ago and touched that water, and it was the water's still pretty cold. Of course, we're a little closer to the mountains than where I live, but oh, I thought Shelby had one. She was acting like she was. But we'll give this a rip for a little while, and hopefully we'll hook into something before we lose daylight. Worm's all messed up. So got some grass on it. All right, I need you to cooperate with me. That's the only thing I don't like about fishing with the weights on the front, is they push, and they push that worm down on the hook like that, and then it looks all weird. The fish won't bite it, but I may have to rehook it. I don't know if it keeps being a problem. And while I'm fishing like this, slow or whatever, I like to keep my rod tip up because I can see my line going down, and if a fish grabs it but I don't feel it and I start seeing it go sideways, then I know there's a fish on it. So keep that rod tip up, and once you start getting those hits, you just reel yourself down, and then they'll pap pap, and then you set it. That's my little tip of the day for you, or at least that's the way I do it. But yeah, we're gonna have to rehook this worm. Turn him to the side. When you're fishing with them weights, the less tip that you have going up, the less likely that weight is to push that worm down onto the hook. So we'll push that back through and bury that sinker, because there's all kinds of structure out there. Move his peg down, back down, so that that weight doesn't go nuts while I'm casting. And we'll keep trying. We're gonna fish until dark. Oh yeah, that looked way better. Sometimes I can see it. I can see the lure flying through the air, and I can see that it's messed up. So I try to fix it so that it doesn't do that. If I could find the weights that I usually use, they're a little bit smaller, and they don't do that. They don't knock that worm back down the hook. I think these are like a half ounce or a 16th, or I don't know. They're too big. That's all I can tell you. Oh, well, hung up on a rock. All right, we're gonna try this way. Oh, I think I just seen something hit the surface over here. So we're gonna try this way again. Oh, all the way in that corner. There's gotta be something laying on this dam somewhere. All the structure and rocks that are right here. I can't imagine there's not fish already pushed up here. It was 78 degrees the last 2 days in a row. It's got to be something moved up. I mean, they're going to be spawning, you know, within the next couple weeks. So it'd be nice if we could finally catch some up on the bank. But if we don't worry, we're gonna have that boat out here soon enough, and we're gonna be ripping them out of whatever part of the lake they want to sit in. Must be some grass over that way. Keep that rod tip up. I'm standing on big rocks, and it's kind of hard to keep my balance, but I should have changed my shoes when I got off of work. I was in a rush to get up here because I knew it took a while to get here. So I just literally got in the house, picked up all my fishing stuff, stuck it in the truck, put Shelby and Tink in the truck, and we booked it. So I'm still wearing steel toe work boots, and they're not cooperating with these rocks right now. Come on, fish. I just want one. If I could just get one. This is my first YouTube video. And well, I'm hoping it's my first YouTube video. If I don't catch anything, I don't really know if I'm gonna be worth posting or not, but I'm usually better at fishing than this. This is, I guess it's the weather. I'm not sure, but yeah, hopefully these fish will be pushing up on the banks here soon. Sorry, I had a hiccup. And yeah, so I'm gonna cut y'all off, but I'll pick you back up if we get a hit or if we hook into something. All right, guys, we were just getting a hit. Oh, he's there. Got him.
Gotcha, bitch.
We finally got one. I don't suck at fishing. I may suck at filming, but I don't suck at fishing. There's your proof. That's a nice little fish. He's not huge, but like I said, there's not a lot of big fish in here, but there are a lot of fish. Get that out of my way. And come on, worm. Here, get him with the pliers. Yep, there we go. So there you go. That's a nice little fish, about maybe a pound. He's just a little squeaky guy. But anyway, I'm just glad that I actually got a fish on camera. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, Shelby's down there. She's looking at me all cross-eyed. She's mad she ain't catch one. Well, she'll be all right. All right, so we're gonna let this little guy go. Oop, try not to fall in the lake in the process. All right, there he goes. Well, hopefully we can do that again a couple more times. We'll catch you then. All right, guys, well, we've been at it for probably about 2.5 hours. And like you saw, I only caught the one fish. So, by the way, I'm pretty sure I didn't introduce myself at the beginning of this video. My name's Tommy. You've heard me talk about Shelby and Tink. That's my wife and my daughter. And this is Guild Team 6. And I'm going to be doing this YouTube thing just because I feel like it. It's what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. So, try not to roast me too hard because I'm still getting the hang of this camera thing. Talking to a camera. I can talk to myself all day, but talking to a camera is a little weird. But I'll get used to it. So, anyway, it's getting a little dark. I'm not going to be able to film for much longer, and I'm probably all kinds of out of whack. I'm sorry, this video is probably very unprofessional, but so am I. So, anyway, we will be back at it. We'll have another video out pretty soon, but it's getting a little dark, and I'm going to have to stop filming because you won't be able to see anything. But I wanted to close this video out and let you know, just to, you know, critique me. Tell me things that I can do better with the filming. Tell me things I can do better with the fishing. And we'll see you next time. See ya.